and welcome to another episode of The Absent-Minded Chef. I'm your host, Melissa, and today we're going to be making a simple chicken pasta salad. So joining me in the studio today is a food safety official because apparently there have been some issues with my food handling practices and some of you have gotten sick. Sorry about that. So today we have Anna Saunders, who will be making sure that I do everything the way I'm supposed to. As I was saying, we'll be making a simple chicken pasta salad, but the recipe is highly versatile, so you can make it your own and pick and choose what you'd like to add. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients we will be using today. A half a pound of pasta, a half a pound of chicken breast, a quarter teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of basil and oregano each, a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of sugar or honey, a quarter cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 pint of cherry tomatoes cut in half, 1 bell pepper chopped. So here I have a large pot that I'm going to put some water in. Right, I'm supposed to wash my hands. So I'm going to do that before I get started. So, here. Nice and clean. And out there. And let's get started again. Right, soap. Okay, so I guess I need to do this the right way. So I filled this pot with 4 quarts of water, and now I'm going to place it over medium-high heat and let that come to a boil. So now that the water's boiling, we're going to go ahead and add our pasta in, and again, check your package recommendations for however much you're supposed to add. Dump that in and set a timer. Okay, so I've got this pan and I've cranked it to medium heat and I've sprayed it with some cooking spray so it doesn't stick. And we're just going to drop our chicken in that's been seasoned. I've just seasoned with salt and pepper. And you hear that sizzle? You know it's hot enough. And we're just going to put the rest of these in. And now that we have the chicken cooking, let's get started chopping our vegetables. First, we're going to take the grape tomatoes that we have here. Sorry. Fine. Now that my hands are clean, let's start by chopping the grape tomatoes that we have here. And we're just going to put a couple here on the board. And, sorry. That was bad too. Sorry. Okay. Fine. So now that I have a new knife, and I guess I need a new cutting board too, right? Okay. Will this one do? Alright, so now that we have a cutting board that's not as nice as that one. Are you sure you can't use that one? Fine. Use this one. So we're just going to half our grape or cherry tomatoes, whatever you're using, and you can use any type of vegetable you want. And we're just slicing them in half. You can leave them whole if you'd like. It's all up to your preference. Okay, so now that the pasta's done, we're just going to drain it in the colander in the sink. And in order to cool it down a little faster, we can run a little bit of cold water over it. So our chicken looks done, and as you know, no man has really ever been able to tell whether it's completely done or not. So it looks pretty done to me. It's Brad, what are you doing? Apparently there have been some major advances in technology, and we now have these things called thermometers, but unfortunately I don't have access to one. Ah, what a fine piece of equipment we have here. Obviously very expensive and hard to find. Oh, well, it looks like it was purchased for $9.99 at the local grocery store. Oh well. Got it. Okay, so now that the chicken's done, and I did measure it, we're going to leave this out on the counter so that it can cool down to temperature.
What are you doing? You can't leave it on the counter to cool. What about the bacteria?
What bacteria?
The bacteria that can get on the chicken.
Where did the bacteria come from?
The counter, the sink faucet, the handle on the refrigerator, the microwave.
I don't understand.
Look, bacteria grows at room temperature, so you need to put it in the refrigerator to cool it down in a safe way.
No.
Where did you go to culinary school?
The Culinary School of Hard Knocks.
Just put it in the refrigerator.
Okay. Do you say? So now we're going to make the marinade for the pasta salad. First we're going to take our balsamic vinegar, pour that into a bowl, and we're going to take our seasoning mix with the herbs and the garlic or whatever it is that you want to use, and the salt and the sugar and the pepper. Pour that in there. And then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And you can use any type of oil that you really want to, but extra virgin olive oil probably has the most flavor. So that aside, and we're just going to whisk it with a fork. We're going to make a nice marinade. So now we're going to chop our chicken for the pasta salad, and it's already been properly chilled in the refrigerator, and we're going to put on a clean cutting board, and we're going to use a clean knife. So just going to slice it into little pieces. You can cut it to whatever size you want. You could leave it whole if you wanted to. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the pasta. And we're going to go ahead and start by putting the pasta in. And then we're going to put the vegetables in. Not all of them are getting there. And then we're going to put the chicken on top. Really doesn't matter what order you put them in. It's all going to get tossed together. And then just give that one more whisk of the marinade, and then pour that on top. You should get all of it in there. And if you feel like it's not enough, you made too much pasta or put too many vegetables or whatever it is, you can always make a little bit more of this. And just going to toss all of that together. And then, if you want it to marinate for a little while, you can put it in the refrigerator for a few hours or overnight. And obviously this makes a lot, so this could be your lunch for the week. And so did I pass the test?